All right, people, we're gonna talk about brakes. I'm getting ready to show y'all how I set my brakes up. Um, you might like it, you might not. You might not. I don't know, but I'm gonna show you how I set my brakes up in particular. Now, with setting up my brakes, I like my brakes to be tight, really close quarters. Really like when I hit it, boom, I want it instant. I really don't like a dynamic brake because I'm more of a hit it, keep moving, boom, boom, boom. Like I kind of like go, boom, 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 boom. Now as you can see, this is me giving it gas, and you can see I got dynamic range as far as my throttle. All right, you see that, but with my brakes, you see my throw is real short. I like my throw to be really short. So gas, and then my brake is really short. All right, I'm gonna take it out. Take the center diff out the car and show you how I set my brakes up. Okay, now that I got the diff out the car, basically like on the kit build up, they usually call out for a certain measurement between here, these two here. Same thing for the rear brake or front brake, whatever way your orientation might be different, but basically it calls out for a certain distance between these two plates. Okay, now what I do is now that distance will give you, what it does is it moves this particular plate out more, right? Or this one out more. So that's to try to give you a more dynamic range. When you squeeze the brake, it goes in and squeezes the disc, or plate or disc up against the disc wheel, whatever you want to call it. All right, for me, I tighten down my screws. These screws here, all four, it's tight. I mean, not as tight, as close as possible, so that I only have a little bit of play. I don't know. Hopefully, y'all can see that. Like, I'll just have that little bit of bump. Okay, and then what I do is take my caliper and I measure each corner. There, same thing in the back or front, wherever your orientation is. I measure that, each four corners, to make sure I have an even measurement on each corner. Okay, once I get that measurement together and it's close as it possibly can get without rubbing, that's the key, without rubbing. I don't want the brakes to rub, and the way I test to make sure it's not rubbing is I hold it up. Okay, so we can see that, and then I just let it go. See that? See how that just dropped? That way I know I'm not getting any kind of rubbing against the brake. Right there. See that? Show you one more time. See that? See how it dangles? Okay. So once I know that's good, everything good, I got my little adjustment. See, that's my little throw. Perfect. I'm good. And I'll do that for each front and rear brake. Okay? Alright. Then after that, once I have that set, I put it back in the car and test it out. Once you got the center diff and everything back in the car, just test your brakes. Throttle, brake. See the short throw? Another reason why I like this is because sometimes I use ABS. And I like ABS, especially on a low bite track or the track is very dusty. I'm getting a lot of, maybe wheel spin, or tail end is a little slippery. It's just not a lot of grip. The track might not be moist, or it might be just dusty. So I like this. Now with this brakes being tight, I use ABS, and I'm gonna show you that real quick. Let me show you. Let me go ABS. So with that, I turn my ABS on, as you can see. So all I have to do is hold the brake, and my brakes will pulse. And because it's a shorter throw, they, to me, feel like they're more consistent, more accurate. So if I'm coming down, I might come down from a jump, I hit my ABS, Boom. That way, the tail end is not going to slide. It just will slow me down, but it's not going to slide. Now, sometimes I even tighten up my my cycle to. I might bring my cycle. a little slower if that's too fast. So I might go to 10 instead of 5. So this is 10, and you can see the cycle, meaning the way it's going to pulse is a little bit more slower. The distance, the timing in between is a little bit more slower. That also works too. If 5 is too fast, then I begin to slow it down with a 10. But normally I kind of like being at 5. Boom, and then I'm going again. Gas. And then I might come down another jump, hill, whatever. Boom, and I go again. Okay. All right. That's basically it in a nutshell. People give ABS a try. Try to set up your brakes to where as though your throw is not so far. Try it out. Try this method out. Everything I give y'all is just something to try out to get you thinking. One way might not work for another person. So this way works for me. I like it. It might not work for you, but you will never know unless you try it out. So give it a try, see what happens. But that's it, people. All right, see you on the next one. Peace.